What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, I'm going to be going over 7 signs you are going through a spiritual awakening. Now, these are some of the personal things that I have experienced while I've been on my spiritual awakening journey. But I know you guys probably have experienced different things, different things from other than the stuff that I'm going to be going over in this video. So if you like, you can share your experiences, you can share your signs of what you've been going through on your spiritual journey in the comment section below. I love to read all about what you've been experiencing and what you've been going through and your life-changing experiences that you all have experienced within your own reality. All right. So in this video, I'm going to be going over 7 signs that you are going through a spiritual awakening. All right. So let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first sign that you are going through a spiritual awakening is a period of isolation. Now, when you're in this period of isolation, when you're in this period where you are to yourself, with your own thoughts, with your own, with your own beliefs, your own perspectives, you're just in a period of pure isolation. You are to yourself to where you can focus on yourself. Now, when you're in this period, you are in communion with the divine. See, in our everyday lives, fast-paced world, when we're out and about, when we're at our jobs, when we're hanging out with friends, hanging out with certain people, just out in the outside world, all right? We experience different things within our outside world, but we're so constantly preoccupied with our jobs, with our bills, just everyday life that we experience in this 3D reality. Now, we get so caught up in these things that we are going through in life. We get so caught up in the whirlwind of life that we basically have no time to actually get to know ourselves, to actually experience ourselves, to actually, be one with ourselves, being one with our higher selves, being one with our creative nature. We just never have the time to focus on ourselves because we get so caught up in this world, get so caught with our family situations and things of that nature. Now, once you are able to have this period where you are to yourself, because it's going to come, that time is going to come when you're, put everything to the side, put everything to the back burner, because everything in this outside world, everything outside of you can wait. You are all that you got. All right. So once you have that period where you are to yourself, where you're able to focus on yourself, where you're able to sit down with yourself and actually meditate on your thoughts, meditate on, what's going on within you, meditate on what, how you feel about yourself, how you feel about other people, how you feel about the world around you. And you're able to, along with that, be able to commune with your higher self, be able to commune with the divine, being able to commune with God, because you're not able to do that if you're always preoccupied with the outside world. So isolation is a great opportunity for you to get to know yourself better and to have a strong, firm relationship with your higher self and with the divine and with the Almighty God, with the Most High. All right, so you're able to get those specific downloads. You're able to get those messages. You're able to, have self-love. You're able to love yourself. You're able to, pour out the love that's within you and pour it out into whatever you're doing in life, whatever creative work that you're doing in life, whether it be your purpose, your business, your family. You're able to pour love, your self-love out into your family with your kids, your husband, your wife, your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, etc., etc. So isolation is a great opportunity, a great working ground for you to always work on yourself and to, have a relationship with your higher self and have a relationship with everything around you. All right. So the second sign that you are going through a spiritual awakening is a thirst for knowledge. Now, the reason why you are seeking knowledge seeking information, whether that be from books, life experience, listening to elders, listening to wise gurus and sages and preachers and people who have a high level of knowledge, people who have a high level of wisdom. You're on this quest for knowledge and truth. All right, when you're thirst for knowledge and you're a sponge for knowledge, you are a seeker of truth. You always want to seek truth because everything that we've been taught, everything that we've learned, since we came into this world, since we were kids, through grade school, from our parents, from our teachers, from our from social media, depending on what time period you grew up in, all these different things that we have learned from and gained so-called knowledge from. You realize it has all been lies. It's just all been an illusion for you to be stuck into this low density, this low level consciousness, this you feel like you haven't been fulfilled. Or I know I felt like that. Ever since grade school, I felt like I wasn't living a fulfilled life. I felt like I wasn't learning the knowledge that I should be learning. Stuff that's going to help raise my overall level of consciousness, something that's going to help me discover myself, something that's going to help me understand myself better, and understand the world around me, understand where I came from, things of that nature. I wasn't able to get that before my spiritual awakening. Right. So when you're on this period, you're on this spiritual walk, this spiritual journey, you realize that everything that you've been taught and everything that you've been learning has all been, fabricated lies, this fake information that we've been given throughout our entire lives. And you want to know the truth. You want to know the exact truth. We might not be able to get to the ultimate truth, but being on this quest for truth is a first start, is a great start for any human to do. All right. So we all been, just on this quest for knowledge and truth and, just seeking the light. That's all we're doing, is seeking the light. All right. We've been, we first started, learning bit by bit, piece by piece. And then on this evolutionary journey within this reality, we're able to reach the top. We're able to reach that pinnacle point. We're able to reach that point in life to we're able to, be fulfilled, on our spiritual evolution, our spiritual journey. We're heading towards that destination. We're heading towards that light, to becoming the ultimate human being that we all need to strive for. All right, so the second sign that you're on a spiritual awakening journey is when you are a sponge for knowledge and a seeker for truth, because the truth shall set us free. So the third sign that you are going through a spiritual awakening is that you question every single thing. So when you are a person who is just always questioning things, a certain preacher, you might be going to church, or you might listen to like a video or something from a certain preacher or something like that, and you just question everything that the preacher has been preaching about, the preacher has been talking about. Or like, an example of a teacher, you might be in a classroom, in college or in high school, grade school, whatever the case may be. The teacher might be giving a lecture, and you might say to yourself, I don't think what he's saying is right, or I don't think what he's, the information that he's getting, I don't think it's coming from a correct, valid source. Or you might be reading something, you might question what you've been reading, question what you've been taught. You're just always questioning every single thing. You're always questioning, you could be questioning the existence of life. You could be even questioning yourself. Like, why am I here? What's my purpose here? Where do we go after death? And, all these different questions that have been popping up in your head. Because I know I had all these different questions popping up in my head. All these different questions. Like, did this really happen? Did this go in the right direction? Like, did this actually, happen to where this all this makes sense in life? All these different questions that you've been asking throughout your entire life. You could have been asking questions since you were a little kid, but on your spiritual journey, you're going to be questioning everything. All right. So third sign that that you're on your spiritual awakening journey is that you are always questioning every single thing. You see past the smoke screens. You see past the illusion. Right. Seeing past the illusion. Seeing all past all the smoke screens, everything that we've been thrown at, everything, all the lies that we've been thrown at, all the programming that's been within our own minds since childhood. And we're trying to unprogram those thoughts, unprogram those beliefs, and see things from many different perspectives. You're able to see many things from different perspectives in life. That's another sign that you're on your spiritual awakening journey that I didn't include on the board. You're able to see things from different perspectives because you think from a higher level, you think from a higher plane, you think from, from a spiritual perspective. So you're able to see many different things. When you're listening to somebody, you're able to see what they're saying within their perspective. Because if you're operating within your own beliefs and your own perspectives, you might come out and say, "Oh, you're wrong," or what you're saying is false, or that's blasphemy, like all the religious people in the world. You're able to see things from different perspectives in life. All right. So the fourth sign that you're going through a spiritual awakening is you are more connected with the divine in self. Now, when you are connected with the divine, when you are connected with yourself, when you have that self-love that I mentioned earlier, and you have self-awareness, you know thyself, you have complete self-awareness of who you are, you become whole. You become a whole being. You operate under the law of oneness. You understand that you are connected with everything in life. You are connected with, the homeless person that's on the street. That's another version of you. You're connected with the creatures, with the animals. You're connected with the trees. You're connected with, wildlife. You just become whole. You become the definition of unconditional love. You know what I'm saying? So you have, love for other people. You want to help people. You have a purpose that you want to, spread your knowledge, spread your love, spread your wisdom to everyone around you. You just, you completely change as a person. In the past, you might have been a person who was, always angry with themselves, always, going through depression and stress and anxiety, and, you're just operating at a low level. But now, since you have transitioned, into a higher state of consciousness, into a higher state of being overall, you see things from a totally different perspective. You see life in a totally different way. You see yourself in a totally different way. All right. And that's what makes you become whole. That's what makes you start to have that self-love about yourself, understanding the meaning of life, right, from your perspective. All right. So the fourth sign that you are going through a spiritual awakening is you are more connected with the divine. You are connected with the cosmos. You are connected with the entire universe because you are a microcosm of the macrocosm. You are a smaller aspect or a smaller perspective of the entire universe that we exist in. So don't think little about yourself. Don't belittle yourself. You are powerful than you can ever imagine. So the fifth sign that you are going through a spiritual awakening is you take care of your mind and body. So when you are taking care of your mind, right, everything starts in the mind, all right? So once you start taking care of your mind, once you start operating within your higher self, when you start operating from a higher perspective, from a higher plane, you understand that you need to take care of your body as well, right? Because we're all of us are in our physical bodies, and our physical bodies are an embodiment of this matrix, of this 3D realm, of this physical world that we live in. All right. So we need to take care of our vehicle. We need to take care of our avatar. We need to take care of our vessel. All right. So when we take care of our spirits, when we take care of our souls, that leads us more towards taking care of our bodies, because our souls and our bodies are not separate. They are together. Right. In this physical world, they are together and they need to work together. So you need to take care of your body as well. So when you operate from a higher plane, from a higher perspective, you have that mind-body connection, all right? So when you have that, when you strengthen your mind, you have to strengthen your body as well, right? The mind leads and then the body follows. The body wants it to be taken care of as well. Your cells, your muscles, your nerves, your nervous system, everything is connected. So you start, eating healthier. You start having a healthier diet, looking up some diets or, different types of foods that work best for you and that work best for your body to function within this world. All right. So you need to treat money how you treat your energy. All right. Because energy is currency. All right. So spend your energy wisely. Utilize your energy wisely. Figure out some things on how you can, conserve your energy, because energy is important within this 3D realm. In order to maneuver through this 3D matrix, in order to maneuver through this 3D world, you have to have energy, right? So always utilize, working out. Working out can be a great way to provide yourself energy and to strengthen your mind and to strengthen your body, right? Eating a healthy diet, like I said earlier, going for walks, going for nature walks, grounding, putting your feet in the grass, getting sunlight, all these different things. All right. So, fifth sign that you are going through a spiritual awakening is you take more care of your mind, not only your mind, but your body as well. Your body plays a factor in this as well. So, the sixth sign that you are going through a spiritual awakening, you think more spiritually. Now, when you think more spiritually, that is the ultimate way of attaining divine wisdom. See, when you are just operating from a logical standpoint, an analytical standpoint, utilizing the left side of your brain, you're only operating on 5% of your being. All right. So that's not, the true ultimate way of, analyzing things or, gaining wisdom overall. So we need to be operating from the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. All right. So the right side of your brain, the subconscious, it operates within 95% of your being. Now that's a pretty big difference between, your 5% of your being. So you need to utilize the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere of your brain and let it come into fruition, let it come together. All right. So once you have that balance between the left and the right, the logical and the intuitive, you start to gain that divine wisdom. You start to have that higher level of being, having that high level of sense, awareness. Right. So you start to develop that higher peak, that higher level of wisdom. Like I mentioned earlier, you understand things from multiple perspectives, not just from your own little bubble, not from your own little space and your own little world. You start to understand how people operate, how people think. You understand that you understand where this person is coming from, you understand where that person is coming from. So you have a high understanding of different things within your own life. All right. So the sixth sign that you are going through a spiritual awakening is you start to develop that divine wisdom. You start to get those downloads from the cosmos. You start to get those downloads from God, all these different things. All right. So the last sign that you are going through a spiritual awakening is that you are an outcast. Now it's going to come. Am I right? It's going to come. We are the outcasts. Right. So when you going through this period of isolation, when you have this thirst for knowledge, when you question everything, more connected with the divine, taking care of your mind and body, thinking more spiritually, all these different things. Excuse me. You're going to, you are going to come out as an outcast. You're going to be looked at differently. You're not going to be able to share some of the things that you've been going through, or share some of the, the thoughts that you've been having, the experiences that you've been experiencing. You're not able to, you might not feel comfortable sharing this information with the average person. All the, the average people that are around you that you might have been hanging around with, in the past. You might not be able to share this information with people, or, people just look at you differently. They might, talk about like certain, the type of clothes that you wear, or, your belief system, or your outlook on life, and the knowledge and the wisdom that you obtained, and all these different factors that play. All right, so you're going to become an outcast. You're going to be looked at differently, right? Because you're not like everybody else, right? So another sign, the last sign, the seventh sign that you're going through a spiritual awakening is that you are an outcast. So don't look at it. So don't look at it as a bad thing. Don't look at it as a bad thing that, being an outcast, or I'm different, or I'm not like everybody else. Embrace it. Embrace your uniqueness. Embrace your difference, because you are meant to be different. You are meant to stand out, because God has made you to stand out. All right, God has made you differently. He doesn't want you to be like everybody else. He wants, to bring your light being to the forefront, to share this information, to share this wisdom and share this knowledge that, hey, you can be different as well. You don't have to be like everybody else. You don't have to be the other white sheep amongst the herd, amongst the crowd. You can be the black sheep. You can be the person that stands out. You can be the person that's embracing change, embracing positivity, embracing light, embracing love. All right, speaking your inner truth, speaking your wisdom, speaking from a higher perspective. All right, so embrace that uniqueness. If you are a person who feels like they're different, and they, that deters you, or that steers you away from yourself, steers you away from your self-love, don't look at it as a negative way. All right, look at it from a positive perspective. Look at it from a positive light. All right, you are the change in the world. You are the trendsetter. You are the person that's going to make a change in this world. You are the person, you are the light that's going to shine all the other light bulbs in this world. All right, you're the one that's going to bring the light in this world. You are the one that's going to light up this world in a positive way. All right. All right, guys. So these are the 7 signs that you are going through a spiritual awakening. So the first will be isolation. 2 is thirst for knowledge. 3 is you question everything. 4, more connected with the divine itself. 5, you take care of your mind and body. 6, you think more spiritually. And then 7, you are an outcast. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Hopefully these signs will be able to help you out. If you are going through a spiritual awakening, these signs might be a confirmation to you. Like I stated in the beginning, share some of your signs and share some of your experiences that you've been going through along your spiritual journey. I love to read those, help some people out and things of that nature. All right. So till next time, and always remember, all power resides from within, and always keep the faith, because God in the universe is always working for you. Take care, guys. God bless.